Man, reason why I do not like individuals on planet Earth, man, in this timeline, this particular timeline, bro. I'm so sick of individuals speaking bad upon other folks, and they don't even realize they're doing this. Now, here's my thing. I'm never gonna be upset at a person for not knowing everything. That's not realistic. But to say, let's say you got some fathers and some mothers, they got some children, and they literally be so quick to say, their children ain't perfect and shit like that, right? Their children ain't perfect. Okay, how the fuck, man? Here's my thing. Okay, this is how dumb people are these days, man. How can an individual talk about what God creates, right? Okay, if a God creates a fucking individual, if a God creates an individual, but an individual got the nerve to say, oh, individuals ain't perfect, but you want to talk so much about some gods, say they created this individual. Okay, if this God created this damn individual, is they perfect the way they is, since it come from some type of God, right? So if it came from some type of God, a mythology God, whoever it is, whether it's Zeus, Heru, this Jesus person, whoever, man. Okay, if a man, think about this shit. If a so-called God had made, if a so-called God just like made your father, made your mother, made you. Okay, this is how dumb people is these days. And this is why a lot of humans be stealing ideologies of a fucking white man or a slave owner. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm so sick of this shit, man. Like, bro, I'm so sick of everything. Like, so many humanoids are fucking indoctrinated. Here's my thing, right? So many damn parents literally had the audacity to say their children ain't perfect, but you talk about a God created this individual. So you basically saying this God ain't perfect then. Whoop-de-doo, dumb motherfuckers. Come on, how crazy does it sound for an individual to say, oh, my children ain't perfect, but this God created these individuals? You're basically saying this God ain't perfect then. Look at how dumb y'all sound when y'all say that dumb shit, man. Imagine me, man. And me, I'm not a religious person at all, bro. So, like, and look, man, I don't get how some dumbass individuals on planet Earth, claim to be so woke, can say their own children is not perfect, but yet they gonna say this God created you, and whoever. They sounding dumb as fuck now, because now you saying this God ain't perfect that created this individual, and you're gonna have the audacity to say, oh, nobody's perfect. How the fuck you gonna speak on everybody? Like me, I'm not the type of person to speak on everybody as if I know everybody. Imagine me saying what everybody is. That's wild as fuck. If I said everyone the same, that's crazy. When you say nobody perfect, you're basically saying everyone's the same. Like, come on, man. This shit don't make no sense at all, bro. Shit like this makes me wish I never physically existed. If I had to exist to witness individuals be so dumb as hell to say some shit like nobody's perfect, my children ain't perfect, but you have the audacity to say, oh, this God created you, him, her, all these damn people. You're basically saying this so-called mythology God ain't perfect either. Because if this God had made individuals and some bad shit happens, and person B has the audacity to say, oh, this person ain't perfect, so now you blaming a fucking mythology God for this shit too. Damn, this is fucked up, man. Look at how dumb people sound, bro. Especially a lot of these physically older people, these physically older elder people. Like, bro, come on, man. This don't make no sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Okay, if an individual says like this God created you and him, I know how fucking human babies are born. They're birthed through fucking intercourse. Literally. But you can't tell this to most dumbass humans on planet Earth. There's some dumbass humans who literally think that individuals like a fucking dog or a fucking cat or octopus come from some mythology character. Okay, how is a dog birth? Through other canines. How is a fucking human birth? Through other fucking humans. Intercourse. Not some mythology character. But now, let's get back to this, man. This is why I don't get it. How can individuals say that, okay, my children ain't perfect, but this God made your child, right? Okay, so if this God made your child, obviously this child didn't come through you. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, okay, how was I birthed then? Did I just come out thin air? Like, come on, bro. How was I birthed? How was I birthed then? Did I just pop out thin air from some mythology character? Did Zeus created me? Did Heru created me? Like, did this Jehovah character created me? Like, who? Okay, I have common sense to know, like me, I came through my father and my mother genes. That's how I was birthed into existence. I didn't come through some octopus. I didn't come through some fucking astrology chart. I didn't come through some mythology character, bro. But besides that point, how was I birthed in? But let me tell you this. How crazy would it be for me to be a person and say, oh, nobody's perfect, but I go around flipping the script and saying, oh, this God created this person, and I'm saying this God is so damn perfect. If I said this God is so damn perfect, and then I'm saying, like, bro, come on, man. This gonna really mess up y'all heads right here. Okay, imagine me being a person saying, like, this God created me, you, him, her, and all these other species, all these different individuals of a certain race of people, and all these different aliens and shit. If I was the type of person to say, oh, this God created like all these different race of species that exist, and then like when we hear bad things happen to these different individuals, I'm going around saying nobody's perfect, and then it's gonna make me look like a hypocrite for saying, oh, this perfect God made these individuals. Think about it, bro. Think about that shit. Think about that shit, because I know how I was birthed. I came through a human woman and a human man. That's how I was birthed into existence. I know for a fact I did not come through Heru. I did not come through Papa Legba. I did not come through these Orishas. I did not come through any of these mythology characters. I know how frogs are birthed. They came through other frogs. Literally. Like, this shit is crazy. Man, this shit is so sad. Like, me, I'm gonna tell you this too. I wouldn't have the audacity to tell my children that they're not perfect. That's basically me saying my children ain't shit. If I say some shit, that's like being subliminal. Because you gotta think about the word perfection. What does perfection mean? Get better at something. Okay, a person at a job then. Okay, they get better at what the job that they are doing. They work a 9 to 5. They get better at a job that they are doing. You know, that's what the word perfect came from. Perfection, evolve in practice. That's what it really means. Okay, if this God made individuals that live from 6 years old to 55 trillion years old. Okay, this perfect God that made these frogs, made these horses, made these humanoid species, made this planet Earth, made this planet whatever. Okay, if this perfect God created that, okay, so you saying right now this God made masons? So this God had made judges? Okay, okay, come on, bro. So you tell me right now this perfect God had made judicial judges and made masons and made Rothschilds, the Bowles, the Rockefellers, and all these, and made these fucking gang members. So you saying this perfect God made gang members too? Come on, y'all sound crazy as fuck saying that shit. You know, because last time I checked, none of these mythology gods created masons. But man, This is the reason why I don't like talking to most humanoids on planet Earth. They so dumb as hell and so much of a hypocrite with their thinking, man. Like, bro, bro, imagine me, right? Like, bro, I wouldn't be able to stand for a person. I wouldn't be able to stand for a person that says what I am and what I ain't. Like, bro, if someone said I ain't perfect, like, I just look at this person like they dumb as hell, bro. Like, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna try to, like, go through a history lesson. Like, man, bro, y'all got all these perfect guys out here. What the world is that? So y'all got all these perfect guys out here that made me. All these mythology characters. So you saying Odin, Zeus, Jesus, Heru, Papa Legba, all these mythology guys from all these mythology books. So, okay, these perfect gods that made me, that made your uncle, made your auntie, made anything, any individual you see as this. Okay, if these gods were so damn perfect, if they make an individual that lives, if these mythology gods made individuals, they made your uncle, they made your auntie. So you're going to tell me that Zeus made my uncle, made my auntie. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. That's like saying Zeus. That's like saying Heru, Jesus, and all these mythology characters. They created Jay-Z. They created fucking Lil TJ, NBA Youngboy. They have not. How was NBA Youngboy birthed? He like through his father and his mother, not some mythology god. How was a lion and a tiger birthed? Through other tigers and lions, not through some mythology god, man. That don't make no sense. But my thing is this, man. Any individuals that have the audacity to say their children ain't perfect, man, dude, that's like saying your children ain't shit, man. Like, this is the reason why I be kind of having to watch what I say towards individuals. Like, I don't be so quick to say something because I don't want to cast nothing bad upon them. Besides casting bad upon my damn self and shit. Like, bro. Because, like, anytime you say your children ain't perfect, you're basically saying this mythology god ain't shit either. So if you say your children ain't perfect and nobody's perfect, so now you might as well just go ahead and put the blame on these mythology guys and say, oh, Zeus, Heru, this Jesus, Jehovah person, all these mythology guys ain't shit. You might as well say the mythology guys ain't shit. You might as well say that. You might as well say that then. You might as well say that. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Like, if someone told me what I'm not, if someone had the audacity to tell me what I'm not, if someone had the audacity to tell me I'm not perfect, or like I'm not special, or all this type of shit, I look at them and they be like, well, since you worship some mythology guys all the time, if you say I ain't special, because when you say a person ain't perfect, you're saying they not special. So when you say an individual ain't perfect, that means they can't get better at nothing. That's basically what you're saying, man. That's basically what you're saying. Because if an individual literally ain't perfect, that means they can't get better at anything that they do. They cannot. Because, bro, the word perfection means get better at something that you train in, that you have a desire for, that you have a need to like evolve in, right? So let's say an individual practices taekwondo for like 5 to 15 years. They practice it for 5 to 15 to 20 years. You practice taekwondo for 5 to 10 to 15, 20 years, you're going to be much better at it than you was when you started off. So obviously that kills the argument about nobody's perfect. I mean, see, a lot of humans don't even be thinking about what they're saying. People who say nobody's perfect, they steal ideologies from a fucking slave owner. You know, and earlier I was speaking about like how the slave owners was the so-called white man, but bro, I was heated earlier. And let me tell you this. The slave owners are fucking reptilian draconian, pretending to be a fucking humanoid, but they just disguise themselves as a Caucasian man, a Caucasian woman. But man, bro, okay, like this is how crazy individuals sound. When individuals say like, oh, my children ain't perfect. Okay, so you saying your children can't get better at what they're doing. That's basically what you're saying. Man, this shit don't make it make sense to me, man. So basically, if you say your children ain't perfect and your children can't, that's like saying your children can't get better at anything that they are trying, that they have a desire for. And basically, you're saying this Jesus, Jehovah, this Zeus, this Odin, this Papa Legba person, this Oshun, this Shango person, all these mythology guys. You're basically saying all these mythology guys ain't shit. Because, like, you know, going by religious folks' standards, going by religious people's, going by these woke people thought process, the woke people, the woke religious people, they say the mythology guys created every individual, but have the audacity to turn around and say, oh, nobody's perfect. So basically, you're saying the mythology guys' creations ain't perfect then. All right. I'm just like, man, fuck it, man. Like, I'm tired of arguing with a lot of humans on, like, you know, on, like, word spells and all this shit, man. This is one of the reasons why I cannot wait for me to pass away at a young age. So I ain't got to, like, try to, like, sit here and try to, like, you know, correct individuals all the time, man. Whether they is a non-relative or a relative, man. Man, wow.